have you ever stopped to think, maybe the biggest thing holding you back isn't, your job or your circumstances, but something inside, something in your own head?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a book that tackles exactly that. It's called Psycho-Cybernetics, Updated and Expanded.
Yeah.
It's by Dr. Maxwell Maltz, with some really great insights added by Matt Fury.
Yeah, and this one, it's not just like your average self-help book. It really is a classic. Foundational even.
Right.
It's influenced millions because it gives you this practical, almost scientific way to look at your self-image and, reshape it to get, better results.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that quick but thorough understanding of personal change, this is definitely essential listening.
Absolutely. Okay, before we jump right in, just a quick reminder, please hit that subscribe button, like the video if you're watching. We are the Deep Seek Diaries, and you can find us over on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the usual spots.
Yeah.
All the links for the book, websites, everything we talk about today are down in the description. Do check out our terms and conditions when you get a chance. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So the absolute core of this, the big idea Maltz brought to the mainstream, is this concept of the self-image. And it's not just like vanity, right? It's deeper. It's what you truly believe about yourself. Unconsciously often, what you're capable of, what you think you deserve.
Exactly. And Maltz's big claim, which was pretty radical then, is that the self-image has, and he used the words, complete control over whether you achieve something or you don't.
Complete control.
Wow. It's like, it sets the limits, an internal thermostat, you could say, for your potential.
Okay, and the really fascinating part here is where Maltz was coming from, right? His background.
Oh, absolutely. He wasn't originally a psychologist. He was this world-renowned plastic surgeon.
Right, a surgeon.
Yeah. And he noticed this strange thing. He could perform, technically perfect surgery, completely change someone's appearance. But sometimes the person inside didn't change. They still felt unworthy, or they didn't see the change, really. Their internal picture, their self-image was stuck.
So the outside changed, but the inside didn't catch up.
Precisely. And that led him to this amazing insight.
What?
What people often needed wasn't just physical surgery, but plastic surgery for the mind. His words.
Plastic surgery for the mind. I like that.
Yeah.
So he saw these deeper patterns just from fixing faces, essentially. Realized it had to start internally. Okay, so how did he translate that into, practical stuff? What does this mind surgery actually involve doing?
Well, that's the beauty of it. It wasn't just vague, think positive stuff. He developed actual mental techniques based on what he saw, like visualization. Yeah. He showed how doing that vividly isn't just daydreaming. It's more like pre-experiencing success. You're essentially training your subconscious to recognize the goal and, move towards it, like an athlete running the race in their head first.
Makes sense.
And then there's mental rehearsal. Kind of similar, but more like a dry run for a specific performance or situation, ironing out the kinks mentally, building confidence before you even step onto the stage, so to speak.
Right, practicing in your mind.
Exactly. And the third key one is relaxation, which isn't just about chilling out, though that helps. It's about getting into a state where your subconscious is more open, more receptive to reprogramming that self-image without your usual conscious resistance getting in the way.
So these are specific mental tools, not just wishful thinking.
Yeah.
And you can really see how these ideas, visualization, mental rehearsal became foundational for so many people since then. Motivational speakers, sports psychologists.
Oh, for over 60 years. Absolutely. He really kind of cracked the code on how the mind influences the body and, importantly, the brain's actual performance when you give it a clear target and adjust that self-perception.
And he documented this connection, right? The mind-body link.
Yeah, meticulously. He saw firsthand how a patient's internal world, how they saw themselves, could literally affect their physical healing after surgery, or how they adapted to their new look. It's this powerful feedback loop. Internal beliefs shaping external reality, sometimes even more than the physical changes themselves.
It's compelling stuff.
Yeah.
And Maltz himself, he wasn't just some theorist, was he? He had the credentials.
No, not at all. He was, as we said, an internationally recognized surgeon, but also a professor, a lecturer. He was in this unique position to see that link between the physical and the psychological up close.
Yeah.
That's what really pushed him into psychology and led to Psycho-Cybernetics back in 1960, the first edition. He passed away in 75, but obviously the work endured.
And that brings us to this updated version, Matt Fury's involvement.
Right. Matt Fury, he's the president of the Psycho-Cybernetics Foundation now. He's also got this interesting background world title holder in wrestling, martial arts, a fitness author herself.
Quite a mix.
Yeah, so he brings this practical high performance edge, and his role in this updated and expanded edition is really key. He didn't just slap on a new cover. He annotated it, added commentary, sort of, amplified Maltz's message to make sure it really hits home for readers today, bridges that gap.
So it keeps the classic relevant. And this book, it's not just relevant, it's huge. Landmark bestseller, over 30 million copies sold worldwide. That's staggering.
It really is. It's genuinely considered the seminal book on self-image that's not hype.
But why? What gives it that staying power beyond just being first?
I think a big part of it is that it's rooted in solid science, as people often say. This isn't just inspirational anecdotes. Maltz used principles from cybernetics, the science of control and communication in animals and machines.
Cybernetics, okay, like robots.
Sort of. He explained how our brain and nervous system function like a complex goal-seeking mechanism, like a torpedo, It locks onto a target and makes adjustments to reach it.
Oh, okay.
Our subconscious mind, guided by our self-image, does the same thing. It steers us towards outcomes that match our internal blueprint. So it provides this scientific reason why changing your self-perception works. It's not magic. It's reprogramming your guidance system.
That framing makes it much more concrete. No wonder it influenced so many big names. You mentioned Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, James Clear even, from Atomic Habits.
Yeah, the lineage is clear. People who focus on practical results have drawn heavily from Maltz.
Take Tony Robbins, for example. His stuff feels very action-oriented. How do Maltz's ideas about self-image feed into that kind of practical strategy? Can you connect those dots?
Sure. Robbins himself has pointed to Maltz, saying his work showed how, quote, when the mind has a defined target, it can focus and direct and refocus and redirect until it reaches its intended goal.
Right, the target-seeking mechanism.
Exactly. That's pure Maltz, the cybernetic principle. Give your internal guidance system, your subconscious, steered by your self-image, a clear goal, and it just works towards it. Robbins and others built systems like specific goal-setting processes and visualization techniques that directly leverage that mechanism Maltz identified.
Gotcha. What's also striking, though, is that despite this scientific underpinning, people say the book is actually easy to read. Engaging, even.
It really is. It's described as easy to understand, very interesting. It avoids that dry academic feel. And it's interactive, too. It has these thoughtful exercises scattered throughout.
So it pulls you in.
Yeah, it makes you actually work with the ideas, not just read them. It really nails that concept of the inner game, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's all about how your internal state dictates your external results. A classic on the inner game, for sure. And Fury's updates just make sure it clicks for people now.
Mm-hmm. And some readers even pick up on deeper themes, too. There are mentions and reviews about how it touches on ideas of our unique creation, our inherent ability to improve our lives. It seems to resonate on multiple levels.
Okay, I hope you're finding this interesting so far. Quick reminder again. Please subscribe to the Deep Seek Diaries and give this video a like if you haven't. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, even Twitter. All the links, including for the book, are in the description below.
Right, so we've talked about these really powerful concepts, self-image, the goal-seeking mechanism, visualization. But the big question is, okay, how do you use this stuff? How do you actually apply it?
Yeah, the practical side.
And that's where Psycho-Cybernetics really delivers. It moves from the what and why into the how. Mm-hmm. Actionable steps you can start doing.
Okay, so what's a key first step?
Well, a crucial one is developing that really clear, vivid picture of what you want, your desired outcome. Like we mentioned with Tony Robbins, quoting Maltz, define the target.
The destination for your internal GPS.
Exactly. When the target is clear, your mind can focus, correct course, and keep heading there. It gets rid of that fuzziness that often leads to, just drifting.
And what about building the belief that you can actually get there, that self-belief piece?
That's huge, too. The book guides you on consciously cultivating that. It suggests creating a ritual of talking to ourselves in a supportive, positive manner.
Like affirmations.
Sort of, but it's framed more strategically. It's about actively strengthening your self-belief muscle. Because if you truly believe you can do something, your actions and performance tend to, rise to meet that belief. You're adjusting that internal thermostat upwards deliberately.
And it's not just abstract advice. You said they're exercises.
Yes. Practical, thoughtful exercises. That's key. They personalize the whole thing. They make you engage actively. Apply the concepts to your own life, your own goals. It helps you see things, as one reviewer put it, from a different perspective, your own self. Leads to those aha moments.
So it's a guide to doing, not just reading.
Precisely. A guide to change.
Okay, so who is this book really for? Who gets the most out of it?
Honestly, it feels like it's for almost anyone looking for self-improvement, personal growth, anyone who wants practical tools to shift how they see themselves and consequently what they achieve. If you feel like you want to evolve as a human, make great steps to change, this book offers a really solid framework.
Yeah, it seems incredibly broad. I saw that feedback you mentioned, someone saying every person should read it. It should be mandatory in high school.
Right. That says a lot about its universal appeal. It's not niche. It's for anyone with a mind they want to understand and use better.
And the social proof, looking at the Amazon reviews specifically, really backs this up, doesn't it?
Oh, overwhelmingly. You mentioned the rating 4.7 stars out of 5 from 550 ratings globally? And 81% are 5-star. That's seriously impressive for any book, let alone one based on ideas from the 60s.
Incredible. What are people saying in those reviews? Any common themes?
Yeah, definitely. The words insightful, transformative, life-changing pop up again and again. People really respond to the practical self-help angle and those thoughtful exercises we talked about. One review I saw really nailed it, saying it's maybe the best self-help book because it doesn't inform you on what to do, but tries to make you see things from a different perspective, albeit from your own self.
Yeah.
That self-discovery piece really resonates.
That's a great quote. It fits perfectly with Maltz's whole idea of it being about your internal mechanisms.
Exactly. So the customer feedback that AI summary Amazon sometimes shows even confirms it. Insightful, transformative, practical, great exercises. It all aligns perfectly with what makes this book so enduring and valuable.
Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, here's something to think about, a final thought maybe. Given Dr. Maltz started as a plastic surgeon focused on the external, what if the most powerful changes we can make aren't physical at all? What if it's about deliberately performing that surgery on our own self-image, our mental programming? If you started consciously reshaping those inner beliefs today, what could actually open up for you?
That's the core question the book leaves you with, isn't it? A powerful one. It really does offer a pathway to that internal transformation.
Definitely food for thought. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's deep dive into Psycho-Cybernetics. Please do check out the links in the description for the book and other resources.
Yep, it's all there.
And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and like on your way out. We really appreciate it. Until the next deep dive, goodbye.